A quick look at the flashes appearing on your screens. Nitin Chugh has been named the MD and CEO of Ujjivan Small Finance. An important update coming in at this point of time. In fact, I think we're going to try and also connect with Mr. Chugh himself. And remember, Ajay Sharma was on top of this story. ET now had broken the story earlier on April 11th, and now it's official. In fact, we're going to have my colleague as well, Ajay Sharma, join in on this story in a very, very short while. Remember, he was in the senior management profile with HDFC Bank. Now he's joined Ujjivan Small Finance. And here is yet another ET Now news break that has been confirmed. In fact, my colleague Ajay Sharma is just about to mic up in moments from now. Important news coming in. The stock price of Ujjivan as well has spiked up post this announcement. In fact, it was a sharp spike seen to 327 rupees, and now it's just about settling down. But yeah, it's in the green firmly at this point of time. Just moments from now, we're going to have Ajay Sharma, who broke this story way back, almost about a month ago, and now it's official. So it's yet another ET Now exclusive that has been confirmed. Ajay, over to you now. Nitin Chugh is now the head of Ujjivan Small Finance.
Well, that's correct. It's a very important news, Mubina, because if you see HDFC Bank, the digital banking head, Nitin Chugh, almost a 5 lakh crore MCAP company, he's becoming the CEO of Ujjivan Small Finance Bank, which is a much smaller entity. But there's much more than the size of the companies over here. This is a very strategic thing which is actually happening, because if you look at a lending company's operations now, HDFC Bank's Aditya Puri has spoken about how Northeast is an area. How far-flung areas are being approached by lenders is via digital banking, and digital and fintech is the way forward. In fact, yesterday in the con call, Bajaj Finance also spoke about how tier 3, tier 4 areas are on their radar, and all of that will be achieved via fintech. So a fintech specialist is coming as a CEO. In fact, we'll try and get Mr. Ghosh of Ujjivan also to chat with us about it. Do we have Mr. Ghosh online? All right, Mr. Samit Ghosh is here with us. Sir, congratulations on the choice of candidate as the CEO. What are your thoughts? How did you arrive upon Mr. Chugh?
Well, the board and the management started this program, succession planning work April last year. So it's been almost over a year. And we were very clear about, what kind of candidate we were looking for. Someone who has a complete buy-in in terms of the objectives of Ujjivan, which is financial inclusion. And the second thing is, obviously, we were looking for, Ujjivan, how is it going forward, and how do we scale, how do we use technology, etc. So obviously someone very strong background in technology implementation, especially digital space, was very important to us. Third thing, we have a very strong team, and we also look for someone, a leader who's very inclusive, and will be able to take our current team forward, So those were the three criteria by which, Nitin definitely stood out as the topmost candidate, and we are very happy to have him with us.
Right. Mr. Ghosh, if you could, tell us the importance of the skill sets with skill set and experience both with which comes along to Ujjivan now via Mr. Chugh joining in, and how does the board really is aiming at, utilizing the skill set and experience for strategic benefits for growth in the area, target area?
So one thing is, obviously he has 25 years of experience in retail banking, of which almost 20 years is with HDFC Bank. And his experience has been across all retail, on the asset side, card side, on the liability side, it's been in all the different, areas. So he's got a very wide experience base, which will help us, including branch banking. But most importantly, he headed the digital initiative for HDFC Bank. And when he joined HDFC Bank way back in 2001, the number of transactions which were undertaken by HDFC on the digital mode, which is internet and mobile, was 3%. And today it is at 85%, which is an incredible achievement. Obviously, it's not alone his. There was a huge team working on that. But he was part of that team. And we see this, if he can, he was part of the team which took HDFC on that journey. That would be very valuable for us in the next years to come, So those were, the two broad areas where we looked at him professionally as a right fit for this job.
Mr. Ghosh, clearly not to belittle the importance of the team at all, but leadership and people at the helm do make a difference. Sir, just before we let you go, if you could tell us the usage of tech, how is it changing or improving in the deeper parts of our country? Clearly WhatsApp and everything is being used by citizens in the deeper parts of the country, but are they getting more tech savvy? Will they be able to access your offerings in a technology savvy way on the phone, on the internet? Do you think that the behavior pattern also changing?
So definitely that's happening right across the country, across all levels, Obviously, people cannot move from, right in one step from when they have been used to a person-to-person kind of interaction with banks to self-service. So there is a pathway which they have to take, and which is a strategy, our technology strategy, to give them assisted services through technology, whether it is through phone banking, through our ATMs, and it is through handheld devices. So it will take time, and over time they will be able to use they will be able to move to self-service. We are even working on the mobile app, the banking app, so that even people who are, illiterate or semi-literate can also use mobile apps, So, but all this will take time, but that is a journey we must accomplish to ensure, the full financial inclusion, which is our goal.
Change happen at a leadership. What is the potential, or how does it change the potential of Ujjivan Small Finance Bank, say over the next 5-7 years? How much can it catapult your overall loan book or your return ratios? How much improvement can be seen?
I don't know. I can't tell you all that, but what we are aiming, we have about 4.5 million customers today, and what we want to achieve is to reach out to about 40 million customers. So that's the enormous scale we are talking about, and that can only be done through proper use of technology, and especially digital technology.
Before we let you go, at least leave us with, when are you having your first board meet, strategy meet, after which, so that when Mr. Chugh is on our channel next, we can talk to you about the targets being set?
Yeah, well, Nitin is still with HDFC Bank. He has to complete his notice period. And I think it's only after he does that, it will be more appropriate for him to talk to the media. So I don't think we should trouble him right now.
Before we let you go, with just one last word, how would you be utilizing your time going forward, mostly now that your focus from Ujjivan Small Finance will be, off gradually?
I've worked for 47 years, so I need a break, first of all. And secondly, I have some projects in mind which I want to do, and I also want to work. We have a foundation, which is Parinam Foundation, which has been there for, almost as long as Ujjivan. I'd like to spend time with them, especially working in the communities where Ujjivan is working, in the areas of education and healthcare, etc., so that we are able to provide a sort of comprehensive kind of solution to the people we serve in Ujjivan. And, I'm interested in getting together with my friends in City and in the microfinance world to put together two books. One is the history of how retail banking started, which Citibank started with Jerry, Rana Talwar, Ravi Pahal, etc. way back in '85. And the second book I would like to be working on, with others. Not I'm not the one who wants to write these books. Is on the history of microfinance. Since the Andhra crisis and till today, and there with people like Vijay Mahajan and Alok Prasad, etc. So I think those are the couple of books I'd like to be associated with. Those are two major projects. And the third thing is our chairman, Mr. Ramamurthy, who has been instrumental in turning around two banks. One is Corporation Bank and other is Vysya Bank. I'd like to work with him to make sure that history is also preserved for his contribution to banking in India. So those are the three major projects I have.
Ghosh, good luck with those projects. Clearly the books, the entire financial sector and we financial journalists will really look forward to reading your books, because your immense experience would have been poured and the research which you've done. Thank you very much for your time today. On that particular note. So Mubina, there's already a book by Mr. Aditya Puri, his biography is there, and it is devoured by all the financial people, analysts who cover the financial space, and two more are in the offing from Mr. Ghosh now.
Well, yeah, that's one set of litany that nobody will want to miss, especially, like you said, for financial journalists, a deep dive into microfinance. I think, Ajay, that's a topic that's not really developed as much as perhaps one would like, and I think Mr. Ghosh is taking one of those first few steps.